Hi, I'm Kevin VanDeWege, a state representative from the 24th Legislative District, the beautiful Olympic Peninsula.
What would you say is the toughest part of your job?
Right now, the toughest part of my job is working on balancing the budget. It's a tough task right now. The state has a huge budget shortfall and it's increasing, and certainly a very difficult task that we're doing, for instance, is having to address higher education, our state universities and community colleges. We have a wonderful system in the state, but we're going to have to decrease the amount of slots that are available and also decrease the amount of children entering those institutions that are eligible for financial aid. And being a community college graduate that used financial aid to be able to go, it's difficult to realize that for some of the graduates of the class of 2009 and 2010, some people that might have normally been able to go to college in the state aren't going to be able to, because we're having to cut back on those slots and those financial aid, and that definitely is a difficult task right now, because those are the decisions that we're having to make that are going to affect people, and it's going to affect them for the rest of their lives.
What is the legislature doing for people who have lost their jobs?
Right now, we just took action on a bill that increases the unemployment benefits by $45 a week, which initially doesn't sound very much, but that's almost $200 a month. And I think when you start talking those numbers, it does have an impact. I think it will have an impact. There are definitely a lot of people struggling, a lot of people that are on unemployment benefits, a lot of people, unfortunately, in my district that are on unemployment benefits. And I really hope that this goes to help them. I think it will help them be able to pay their bills, and at the same time provide somewhat of an economic stimulus. It will give people a little extra cash to be able to pay for gas and pay for their groceries, and have the small businesses helped in our rural areas by having people be able to spend a little money in their area.
But how can we afford more money for unemployment checks when we're facing a budget gap?
Because they're two unrelated things. The budget shortfall is for the general operating budget. We have, in this state, like most states, have an unemployment fund that is separate. It's funded by business. However, our fund is different than almost all states in that it's very robust. We have over $4 billion in an unemployment fund, which is wonderful to have at this unfortunate time in our economy. And it will go a long ways in helping us be able to continue to pay people that are unemployed benefits, and be able to do things like increasing the benefit somewhat. It goes also on to help people have that extra money to be able to spend, that disposable income.
What else does the bill do besides the extra money?
It also has some provisions in it that help with worker retraining and job training for people with disabilities, low-wage workers, veterans, and particularly the 650 National Guard troops that are currently coming back to Washington from Iraq. It will help them get some retraining so that they can enter the workforce.
And what's your other job besides being a state representative?
My other job is I'm a lieutenant paramedic with Clallam County Fire District 3, which is the fire department that covers Sequim and the surrounding area.
So which is easier, fighting fires or balancing the state budget?
Both of them are very, very difficult tasks. They have some similarities. They're both difficult. I enjoy doing both of them, even though we're in an unfortunate time here as a state representative. But I think one of the greatest similarities they have is that it's the main focus is helping people. In the fire department, our main job is to help people and to solve their problems. And almost all of what I do down here is helping people and solving their problems. That is the job of the legislature, is to solve people's problems and make their lives easier to live.